Hey yo guys, just thought I would make my first video, just had to, on the M48 Patton. Just like in a lot of battles, just one low roll can change the total outcome of an entire battle. And so I got a little battle here that ends up being a pretty good nail biter at the end. We'll have to figure out, and we'll have to find out what the outcome will be. So stay tuned and enjoy. Look at this thick American ass. As good as that ass looks, man, they really did a good job on the remodel of this tank whenever they when they put the new turret on it back in the probably about a year, or probably about 2 years ago now, actually. And boy, they did a great job on this tank. All right, let's get into the battle. To me, that looks like it definitely should have hit. It was definitely close. A little bit of RNG on both of those shots, actually. They both looked like pretty good lead shots. But we're looking at the 48 Patton, and it's just a all-around good tank. A jack of all trades. It does fairly decent at basically everything. It's a little slower than most mediums, but it has a little more actual armor than most. All over for the most part, other than, of course, the 430U. But we won't get into that. And here goes here he goes picking on a FV4202. That's hitting just a little bit above his league, going toe to toe with this 48 Patton. He took a big O hit there, and then artillery dunked another one on him. And that's the end of his game. He got a one-way ticket back to the garage. And so now he's going to move up through town here. And he's going to, check his corners, make sure he's not going to get bite off too much more than he can chew. And I feel like he rushed a shot there and just kind of shot the gun of that E75. But got the gold loaded. It's gonna go right through that turret face, but I guess he decides to move a little bit, change flanks a little bit. Not really. Yeah, changing flanks in the city, going to the other side. We just barely missed a shot on that bulldog. The American bulldog on top of that, not the Chinese bulldog. And so he's going to go into this middle part of the town and see if he can start dishing out some punishment. From the looks of it, nobody quite moved up yet, but he is about to see if he can put the hurt on the E75 there. And found the bulldog once again. He's kind of out of his element trying to play in the city, but get one right up the rear end of that E75. Didn't really need to shoot gold at him, but it's already loaded, so what can you say? Takes a big old hit here from artillery, the FV3805. And here comes the E75 to see if he can dish it back. And this is what I was talking about. It has a little bit more armor all around than a lot of the other mediums in the game. Like I said, other than the 430U, which we won't bring up again. Because it actually has like a V-shaped hole underneath. It doesn't come to a total V, but it has slanted sides, so it actually helps out with bouncing a lot. And a lot of the American higher tiered things actually have that shape of a hole down there, which while angling and hitting that makes pretty effective armor for the side. So he's kind of chilling here, trying to see what he needs to do. Kind of undecided, and here comes the E75 again. They've been kind of going toe-to-toe with each other, the whole game so far. They've been kind of keeping each other in check, making sure the other isn't running rampant all over the map, just murdering everybody. Which I know a E75 probably isn't going to run all over the map, and neither is a Patton, but he gets unlucky here because he's got 13 seconds on his repair kit. And when you're sitting in front of an autoloader that tracks you, it's never good. Especially if you don't have your repair kit. But he got lucky. He bounced one, and the other two went in. Or I guess it's just one other one went in. He bounced one, and just the other one went in. And he had the gold loaded as well. Which, that's not particularly just the greatest tank in the world. I haven't been a big fan of it. I'm kind of going through it at the moment. But, and then E75, I guess, forgot that his buddy the Patton was sitting here. And took a big old slug in the side. And on the other side of that house there is the old chunky tank there. T-103, the new Russian TD. That was I don't know, he either should have took it a little earlier or waited, because I feel like he shot like right whenever he was about right there in front of him. I feel like he probably could have sat there and let the tracks repair on that one. He kind of, in my opinion, blew through it, but I can understand he's probably trying to maximize the amount of damage he can get out of the game, because he's up to 2,000. He's got 2,600 blocked, which is, in my opinion, pretty good for a medium, and this is like halfway, not even halfway through the battle yet. And so, but he is looking for shots on the Progetto, not quite finding them, and now the E75 has been taken down, so he is he's got a lot more breathing room over here now. He doesn't have that big E75 gun that can punish him. So far, the biggest threat left is the STB-1. I guess T-54. T-54 is pretty solid tanks, pretty salty. But here he goes. He gets the kill on the 103 there, the T-103. And of course, artillery is always there waiting. Oh yeah, and the Scorpion is another big gun left. But you got lucky with the bounce. And waiting for a shot on the E1, but it looks like artillery takes care of him. So now he's debating on what he wants to do. I think if I remember correctly, he is going to see about going after artillery. Oh no, go help with the Charioteer and the Scorpion. He's going to go help out the EBR-90. That little quick tank is trying to give him the business out there, especially with his, I'm sure he's shooting the Scorpion with his HE rounds, because those got some pretty nice HE rounds on them. So here we go, a Patton, lurking, waiting like a viper, waiting to strike. Here he comes, and there is kill number 4. Scorpion didn't even see it coming. And now the EBR is going after the Charioteer. And here he goes. He's not really lurking because he knows he's there. And he ends up taking a hit here. I feel like he really didn't need to take. I feel like he could have tried to use the ridge a little bit better, not to have to take that extra couple hundred damage. Or how much was it? It was 53, and then he rammed him for 58. So, yeah, it's right there at 200 damage. 211 damage. And so, and I have a feeling that 211 damage would come in pretty handy here in a little bit. Because it's him versus the STB-1 and the artillery, the M53, M55. So whenever there's artillery around, it's never a good time. But he is trying to lurk around, see if he can get the drop on the STB-1. It looked like the STB-1 was about a 3-shot for him, right? You know, if they're all, you know, high rolls anyways. And so we will see what he does if he gets the drop on the STB-1. So far, nobody's been spotted yet. Still lurking through the town, looking for the STB-1. Oh, and I completely forgot to tell you who this is. Airpiter. He is from the EU server, and so that is who is driving the M48 Patton for us. Completely forgot to mention it. Oh, behind him. Left on 5 hit points. If the STB-1 really wanted to win this game, I honestly think he should have pushed him. I think that would have been his best bet, because he is still basic, you know, he is a 2-shot for the Patton. But for whatever reason, he just did not want to push the Patton. Because if he would have just loaded HE and pushed the Patton, or just rammed the Patton on top of that, you know, it would have been a victory. Would have been a victory. But the STB-1 goes down, putting up not a whole lot of fight, to be honest. He ended up, you know, taking 1 shot before he backed off the first time, which put him down to a 2-shot. Then he fluffed his shot once he got tracked, and it was all over from there. He didn't stand a chance after that. And now we got 4 minutes, and he's got a Top Gun, and we're trying to see if we can hunt down this artillery. That's always the most satisfying feeling, going after artillery last. Even though it is going to be a bit scary going on 5 HP towards something that only shoots HE. So you know through this, I know from the STB-1 fight, if it were me, my hands would be shaking. I'd be pretty nervous, and I'd just be like, oh man, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Whatever you do, don't mess it up. But let's see if his steel resolve will get him through this fight and get this artillery. I think he'll do it, but I guess we'll have to find out. I mean, it is just artillery, but like I said, when you're going up against something that only shoots HE and you only have 5 HP, you don't even have to hit near you to take you out. So, like I said, this is the nerve-wracking part, because he could be sitting in a bush anywhere, and then it could just be all over for him. A Top Gun, where he carried towards the end, got the STB-1, something that had quite a bit of hit points on him. And the Centurion said he should cap, which is just the wrong. That's not what. And super lucky on that shot. But you don't want to cap in this situation, especially if you're artillery, because he can probably put off 3 shots and get you in the cap. But like I said, this was a great little replay here. Not massive damage. I mean, it's still, hey, I know I would be happy with that game. I know a lot of people would be happy with right there at 5,000 damage. It's a good game. With 7 kills, I mean, if only he could have got 1 more, he could have got that Radley Walters, I believe is how you pronounce it, medal. But hey, still solid game. 3,100 damage blocked. I mean, you don't get that all the time. And so, like I said, I wanted to just put this replay up, and once again, it was Airpiter, I guess that's how you'd pronounce it, I'm not real for sure, that drove it for us today. So hey, I appreciate everybody coming and watching the video, and yeah, this sexy American tank can do just about a little bit of everything. Alright, have great battles, and good luck. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. If you liked the video, leave a like on the video. If you didn't, then dislike it. Let me know what I can do to end up making it better. And also subscribe if you enjoyed the content. I'm going to try to put out maybe at least 2 videos a week. And I'll be streaming over on Twitch, SwiftWolf10, same as my YouTube channel. And so, like I said, if you like the content, hopefully you'll stick around and come see some more. Have a good day and have some great battles.